Well, Cardanoans, we have some news. Charles Hodgkinson might be planning to fuse Cardano and BCH. He recently posted a hypothetical poll, but I think something he's interested in, you know? Do you want to Cardano and BCH to make some kind of fusion or partnership? There were 8,300 votes for yes and a little over 4,000 for no. So about two-thirds, one-third. Most people favor it. I think it's just because it was kind of a Charles poll, and unfortunately, Charles has a huge following in Cardano. I don't really know how you would merge the two, honestly, because one's proof of stake, one's proof of work. Yes, they're both kind of have the UTXO model, and that does provide for scaling, but they're two entirely different protocols that are decentralized in different ways and operate in different ways. I also don't really know why you would want to merge with BCH. If BTC, I could see just for the liquidity. And BCH doesn't really have that liquidity. I mean, Cardano is bigger than BCH at this point. I don't really see BCH providing any of the benefits because if you really want big Cardano blocks, you can just, increase the size of Cardano blocks. You don't really need BCH for anything. BCH does not provide you the notability, the name brand, or the liquidity that you really need in Cardano. So I'm not really sure what the point of BCH would actually be here. In fact, I actually think it's kind of weird that you would even bring it up. And come on, guys. Come on, Charles. We know we don't need BCH, folks. We need liquidity and we need an EVM. Yes, people want to be able to bridge to Ethereum so they can take advantage of that liquidity and basically just program Ethereum apps. People want liquidity so they can actually, make projects and get funding for those projects. Like certain chains are actually losing projects because they lack liquidity, and that is a big problem. Bridging to BCH would not do anything at all for either of those problems. That's assuming that BCH can even be bridged to, which I'm not really sure if it can. I mean, I'm sure you could work out the technicalities, but it would be kind of weird because the two protocols are entirely different from each other. So yeah, I'm not really sure about this plan. I don't really know why people are voting for yes, because I personally don't have any real interest in BCH whatsoever. If it was BTC, even though BTC is slow, I'd try to figure out some way to do it with Lightning just for the liquidity. But BCH doesn't really offer me any kind of benefits as a Cardano holder. And I would definitely just find some way to make it work with Jeremy Allier and Cardano. I don't really know what Circle has against Cardano because they just, popped onto ZK EVM or whatever and a lot of other chains. And I would just try to get in his good graces because getting USDC onto Cardano would do a lot more. And of course, I would hurry up and work on that EVM. Because, obviously the Cardano converter didn't do anything. You need developers to want to develop on Cardano. You want to give them a familiar platform, and you need liquidity in the form of USDC. You can't just go YOLO in this right now. Time's a wasting, folks, and there's a lot of competing chains out there that are going to eat your lunch if you don't get those two things. You got to recognize what the important things are and go after them. Not do hypothetical polls to bridge to chains that won't do anything for us. So EVM, liquidity, those are the things that we need to go after. So yeah, I'm not really sure what he's thinking there, and I don't really know why people want they want the BCH integration so much because that doesn't really make any sense to me. Maybe they're just like, ooh, it's a new thing that he wants to do, so it must be good. But nah, man, you gotta think about what are the benefits of this. And why are we doing it? Because it's going to expend a lot of effort doing it, and that's effort that we could be doing to other things. Not saying that they are actively doing awesome things right now, but there's only a limited amount of resources we can allocate to everything. So we got to watch that. In other good news, crypto investments in crypto companies have actually upped 21% this quarter from last quarter, Q1 of 2024. Versus Q4 of 2023. Many of those are infrastructure companies, so DePen might be on the upswing. Although I'm still not exactly sure what DePIN is. I mean, decentralized infrastructure could literally be anything. It could be like decentralized storage. It could be decentralized GPU computing, which could also be AI, decentralized processing, things like that. So essentially, like those are leading the charge. Web3 is number 2, and then trading is number 3 in terms of firms. So that's what big crypto investors are investing in. Infrastructure, Web3, which I think could include games basically, and also trading. Trading is last, but it's still a pretty big chunk of the overall pie. Galaxy Investments thinks that can be even more investing coming in Q2, Q3, and Q4 because there's delayed investment. Companies have to make sure the market is going right. They want to make sure that their money's just not, kind of like going in the trash bin. And because of that, they might like delay 1 or 2 months to get paperwork through, or just to make sure that the market is where they think it is. So as the market spruces up, as we've been bullish for quite a few months now, I mean, I think last month was the first month that we actually went down in like 8 or 9 months. And I do think May is actually going to be bullish. The thing is, like, companies are just waiting for a little bit more confirmation before they come into the crypto industry. So you'll see a lot more startup projects in crypto. That does mean there's a lot more ways for scams and stuff. So we will have to be careful for that. But overall, generally, it's not a bad thing for crypto that there's a lot more investors in right now. So, that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.